At 80 years old, I find myself in a phase of life that is as rich and vibrant as it is quietly profound. In my earlier years, I thrived on the bustling energy of social gatherings, parties, and large family reunions. I remember days when my calendar was bursting with events, a promise of laughter, lively music, and endless chatter. Yet as the years have gracefully unfolded, I have come to understand that true fulfillment often lies not in the clamor of a crowd, but in the gentle whispers of solitude and honest self-reflection. Over the decades, I embarked on a journey of self-discovery that transformed the way I perceive social interactions and personal contentment. This journey was not about isolating myself out of bitterness. Rather, it was about embracing a new kind of freedom, one that blossoms from truly knowing yourself and appreciating the small, quiet moments many tend to overlook. I once feared that spending an evening alone would equate to loneliness, a void where silence might echo regret. But slowly, I learned that solitude can be a sanctuary, a space for creative thought, inner peace and healing. I began to relish simple pleasures, a quiet walk under a vast sky, a warm cup of tea savored in my favorite chair, or the joy of a classic novel unfolding its tale page by page. These moments, though modest, have become a vital part of my day-to-day existence. They have allowed me to conserve my energy for what truly matters, nurturing my mind and spirit as I honor the precious gift of time. In sharing this story, I invite you to join me on this reflective journey. Whether you are just beginning to notice subtle changes as you grow older, or you have long cherished moments of introspection, I hope my experiences resonate with you. Let us celebrate a life lived on our own terms. A life where independence is not synonymous with isolation, but with wisdom, resilience, and the quiet joy of knowing who we truly are. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell, so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. Segment 1. The comfort of my own company. Over the years, I have come to realize that the greatest companion I could ever have is none other than myself. In a society that often equates happiness with being surrounded by others, I discovered that spending time alone is not a sign of loneliness, but a profound expression of self-love and understanding. I began choosing quiet moments, afternoons in the park, solitary tea sessions, and evenings with a classic novel to nurture my inner world. I vividly recall one crisp autumn evening when the golden sunset bathed my cozy living room in warmth. Instead of joining a bustling event, I stayed home, immersing myself in literature that carried me to distant worlds. Each turned page brought an overwhelming sense of calm, as though I were in a gentle conversation with my own heart. It was in that serene solitude that I realized true companionship comes from within. Over time, I learned that every moment alone is an opportunity to recharge and reflect on the journey of life. Through journaling, meditating on past lessons, or simply savoring the silence, I reconnected with the core of who I am. This intimate relationship with myself has opened up space for creativity and passion, reigniting long-forgotten hobbies such as painting. With each brushstroke, I rediscovered the art of living, an art best experienced in unhurried moments of pure presence. My message to anyone hesitant about solitude is simple: embrace your own company. These quiet moments are not a sign of isolation but a celebration of individuality and strength, a precious gift that deepens with age. Segment 2. Conserving energy. A lesson learned. Aging has taught me one of life's most vital lessons. Energy is finite, and it must be preserved for what truly matters. In my younger days, I would often find myself swept up in endless social obligations that left me drained and disconnected from my inner self. Now at 75, I have learned to prioritize my well-being by consciously choosing where and how to invest my energy. I vividly remember nights when going out was a badge of honor, dressing up, attending lively parties, and dancing until dawn. Yet each such night would eventually end in exhaustion that lingered for days. Over time, I realized that while these events provided fleeting enjoyment, they offered little in the way of genuine rejuvenation. One particularly exhausting week led me to a quiet evening at home, where I opted for a relaxed dinner and a comforting movie instead of a crowded gathering. Sitting in my favorite recliner, wrapped in a soft blanket, I experienced a profound relief, a revelation that conserving energy for what truly enriches my life is essential. This wasn't about avoiding people altogether, but about making deliberate choices. I began to weigh the energy cost of a boisterous party against a quiet coffee date with a dear friend. The clear contrast convinced me that I needed more moments of renewal rather than constant depletion. Today, I measure my social engagements by the quality of interaction rather than quantity. I've learned to say no when necessary, celebrating the peace of mind that comes from preserving my energy. This mindful approach has allowed me to explore new hobbies and revisit old passions, each activity nurturing my spirit and affirming that our most valuable resource is indeed our energy. Segment 3. Prioritizing meaningful relationships. As the years have passed, I have come to understand that not every relationship is meant to last a lifetime. In the pursuit of genuine happiness, it is crucial to nurture connections that uplift and inspire, while gently letting go of those that drain your spirit. I once maintained friendships out of habit or obligation, but I soon learned that my time was too precious to waste on one-sided bonds. I remember a longtime friend, Robert, with whom my conversations gradually became imbalanced. I was always the one reaching out, listening, and offering support, while receiving little in return. This imbalance weighed heavily on my heart. After much introspection, I made the difficult decision to step back, creating space for more reciprocal and nurturing connections. In choosing to focus on relationships that truly matter, I learned the art of setting healthy boundaries. I now invest my time in friendships that bring genuine joy and meaning, whether through deep conversations over a quiet dinner or a peaceful walk together. These cherished moments remind me that quality far outweighs quantity. Prioritizing meaningful relationships has also allowed me to rediscover my self-worth. Surrounding myself with people who truly respect and value me has enriched my journey and reinforced my commitment to living authentically. True friendship, I now know, is measured not by the frequency of interactions, but by the depth of connection and mutual support that we share. Segment 4. Health, rest, and self-care. Time has a way of reminding us that our bodies are our most valuable vessels. And as I have grown older, I have learned to listen to its quiet signals. My physical well-being has become paramount. Gone are the days when I pushed myself relentlessly, ignoring the signs of fatigue. Now I honor my body's need for rest, proper nutrition, and gentle exercise. Crowded, noisy events that once excited me now often leave me overwhelmed. The constant chatter and booming music no longer call to me as they once did. Instead, I choose daytime gatherings, an intimate brunch with close friends, or a quiet afternoon tea, where the balance between connection and calm is perfectly maintained. I have also embraced new habits that nurture my health. Mornings now begin with a gentle yoga routine that stretches both my body and centers my mind. I make a conscious effort to consume wholesome foods that fuel my energy and support overall well-being. Even my evenings have transformed. I now prefer to wind down with a good book or a soothing cup of herbal tea rather than staying out late. Self-care, I have come to understand, is not an indulgence but a necessity, a way of showing gratitude to the body that has carried me through many chapters of life. by prioritizing rest and health. I start each day with renewed vigor and a clear purpose. This mindful approach has brought not only physical benefits, but also a calm balance to my emotional world. Segment 5. Seeking peace and quiet. In the midst of a life once defined by constant activity and social stimulation, I have come to cherish the tranquility of silence. The clamor of crowded events has given way to an appreciation for stillness, the only sounds being the gentle beat of one's heart and the soft whisper of the wind. For me, seeking peace is not about escaping the world, but about discovering a sanctuary where I can reflect, recharge, and simply be. There is a special magic in the early hours of the morning, when the world is wrapped in the calm of dawn. I often rise before the sun to breathe in the crisp, cool air, feeling as if I am part of a greater, harmonious tapestry that weaves together nature and my inner life. This serenity sets a peaceful tone for the day ahead. I have also learned that peace can be found in the simplest activities. A leisurely walk through a quiet neighborhood, the gentle murmur of a stream in the park, or even the soft rustle of pages in a beloved book. These moments reveal that true peace is not about grand gestures, but about an intimate state of being that emerges when you slow down and savor the present. In the quiet corners of my day, I find space for deep reflection on life's lessons, joys, sorrows, and the wisdom gathered from years of experience. Such moments clear the clutter from my mind, leaving behind a refreshing clarity that empowers me with new perspectives and innovative ideas. Cultivating this inner tranquility has enriched my relationships as well, making me more empathetic and attuned to both my feelings and those of others. I have learned that when I am at peace, I can offer genuine care and understanding, transforming every encounter into a meaningful connection. Segment 6. The empowering gift of independence. One of the most liberating realizations in my 75 years is that true empowerment comes from embracing independence. This independence is not about withdrawing from life, but about reclaiming the power to choose according to my own values and desires. Over time, I learned that saying no to situations that drain my spirit is not selfish. It is a declaration of self-respect and personal strength. I reached a turning point when I realized the importance of setting boundaries. For years, I felt compelled to attend every social event, fearing that declining an invitation might be seen as a rejection of friendship. However, after experiencing repeated overwhelm and fatigue, I recognized that such pressure was eroding my sense of self. I began asserting my right to choose and to prioritize my own happiness over external expectations. I vividly recall being invited to a weekend retreat by a longtime acquaintance. In the past, I would have accepted without hesitation, even at the expense of much-needed rest. That time, however, I listened to my inner voice urging me to stay home and cultivate my creative passions. With calm determination, I politely declined, aware that I was honoring my true needs. This small yet significant act reaffirmed that my well-being comes first. Embracing independence has unlocked a world of self-expression and growth. It has allowed me to pursue long-forgotten interests such as writing, painting, and even learning a musical instrument. Each new endeavor is a step toward reclaiming the joy of living on my own terms, free from the constraints of societal expectations. This freedom instills a renewed confidence in me and inspires those around me to seek their own path to fulfillment. I encourage anyone burdened by external expectations to find the courage to say no and celebrate the freedom of living a life true to yourself. Independence, I have learned, is among the greatest gifts of aging, a gift that enriches not only your own life, but also inspires others. Segment 7. Embracing time as a gift. I have come to see time as the most precious commodity we possess. With each passing day, I realize that every moment holds the potential for meaning and joy. Gone are the days of rushing through life, checking off tasks and obligations without pause. Now, I embrace each day as a treasure trove of memories, passions, and opportunities to live with purpose. I used to hurry through life, rarely pausing to savor a quiet moment or the satisfaction of a well-spent hour. As I grew older, I learned to slow down and notice the delicate unfolding of time, like watching a delicate flower bloom in the gentle light of dawn. Embracing time as a gift has transformed my outlook on life. I now prioritize activities that nourish my soul, whether that's devoting a few hours to painting a landscape, engaging in heartfelt conversations with a dear friend, or simply sitting in silence to watch the sunset. I have learned that every moment is an opportunity to celebrate the beauty of existence, releasing regrets of the past and anxieties about the future to focus on the present. Each experience, joyful or challenging, has contributed to the mosaic of my life. I now understand that time spent nurturing passions, investing in meaningful relationships, and simply being present is never wasted. It enriches my spirit and deepens my understanding of who I am. Every hour, every day, becomes a cherished gift, a reminder to live fully and intentionally. By embracing time, I have found a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. I approach each day with deliberate actions, appreciate the small wonders that brighten my life, and live authentically. This perspective has not only brought inner peace but has also inspired those around me to reflect on their own use of time, finding the true measure of a life well lived. Segment 8. Conclusion: Reflections on a life well lived. Looking back on the journey that has brought me here, I am filled with gratitude for every lesson learned and every experience that has shaped who I am today. Aging, to me, is not a tale of loss but a narrative of transformation, resilience, and the blossoming of inner strength. I have learned to cherish solitude, conserve my energy, nurture meaningful relationships, and embrace time as the precious gift it is. I now understand that the choices we make in our later years are not about retreating from life but stepping into a deeper, more authentic version of ourselves. A journey marked by wisdom and the courage to live on our own terms. Every no I have said has been a yes to a more meaningful existence, one where I honor my health, passions, and the quiet joy of being true to myself. To anyone standing at the crossroads of aging, I offer this simple reflection: embrace the changes that time brings. Do not fear the quiet moments, for they are the fertile ground where your truest self can blossom. Recognize that independence is not synonymous with loneliness, but with the deep realization that you are complete on your own. In that acceptance lies the power to live fully, pursue your dreams, and inspire others with the light of your experience. My journey is far from over. Each day presents new opportunities for growth, joy, and connection. I am proud to say I have learned to live with intention and grace, cherishing every moment as a gift. As I continue writing the chapters of my life, I carry with me the lessons of the past and the promise of a future full of endless possibilities. May we all find the strength to honor our own paths, cherish our independence, and celebrate the beauty of every stage of life. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you valuable content. And thank you for watching.